How you doing? I'm Jeff with Jeff's Lawn Landscaping. Just want to get on here and talk just a little bit. Actually, yesterday was a pretty good day. I don't know what it got to. I know it was 59 degrees. I think it got 60 something degrees later, but I was pretty happy with that, getting me all fired up, ready to get the year started. And I feel like I put a couple of good videos on yesterday if you want to go back and check them out. But today it's ended up at so it's a little cooler right now. I think it's still not supposed to be too bad today, but with it raining, it's a little cooler than what it was yesterday. There's the trailer. It's the white truck. And I was wanting to show you something. I don't think I've ever showed it. Well, let me unlock it here. If you watch the videos much, you know I'm a stihl guy. And I guess it's MS 170. But I've had this chainsaw for a while. I don't do no tree work. I just do like cleanups. You might get into small brush work, something like that. And I ended up buying this. When I bought it, I thought it might be a little too small. But I thought for the price and me not getting into too big of stuff, it'd be okay, which I'm tickled to death with this chainsaw. I've not had no trouble with it. I've had it for a while, but like I said, I don't use it a lot. But man, it's nice to have when I do use it. And to tell you the truth, it surprised me what it can cut. You know, it's a smaller one, but if you keep that chain sharp, man, it can go through some stuff that might surprise you. Well, I like it pretty good. And like I said, I don't do no tree work. I just do more cleanups, stuff like that. And I really, I like having two of everything in case something goes down. But that's the only one I have of the chainsaws. I've thought about getting another one, but I just don't use it enough to where I feel like, it'd pay me to actually buy another one. If I start having trouble with this one, I may end up buying another one, or if I start getting into more work. But like I said, it's a pretty good chainsaw, and it's a smaller one, but like I said, you keep a good chain on there, and man, I like running it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. Yeah, I might end up getting started on my mowers, cleaning them up and doing some things. I don't know, just wait and see. See how much rain we get and everything. I've got a place where I can work on them, but that's inside. But a lot of times you have to pull the mowers out and everything. I don't want them sitting out in the rain while I'm inside working on something. So if it clears up, I may end up going and doing that. If not, then I guess I'll just take the day off, and I'm hoping I'll get some calls. I've got my signs out by the road, and I usually keep them out. I keep them out there in the winter unless it gets real bad with snow and everything. And don't really get no calls, but a lot of times you keep them out there, and they'll drive by and see them, and they may not call you, in the middle of winter or anything, but they may call you later. I had one guy, I had my signs out, and he talked about calling me one year, didn't end up calling me. He seen it then, and then the following year he ended up calling me. He got the number, so you just never know, and it don't cost nothing for the signs to be out there, and so I just keep them out there, and that way people get used to seeing it, and hopefully if they need somebody to take care of something, mowing or landscaping or anything, they'll think, hey, what about that guy that always has a sign out there? They may have my number, or they say, hey, we'll just drive by there and get that number because he's close to where I'm at here. And I get a lot of people that like that. They want to deal with somebody that's in the same area as them, where they're not on the other side of town. So, and we got some businesses around here too where I live, and a lot of people say they go by and see my signs when they go out to eat, or go to the store or something. So, and then even some of the restaurants around here, they'll let you put cards and stuff out in case somebody needs one, and anywhere that I can put them out around where I live, I put them out too. So I had one guy come by and seen my signs, is like, hey, I need to call that guy, and ended up going to a restaurant nearby, and got one of my cards that I had laying there. So I feel like I talk about this a lot, but I feel like if you get your name out there, and it may just be a small sign, but you do that, and you pass out fine pegboards to put them up at and everything, I think people start seeing you around more than what you really realize. I'm gonna work on like my white truck here. I've said before, this is my older signs. I had signs before this, it was a little different, but this was my second sign that I had, and then I ended up getting this stickered up and with the new logo. So that's another thing I'm going to work on this year after I get going, get some money coming in. I want to change this sign to my new logo, because I feel like I look like two different companies right now. But if I have the same logo on both of them, I'm hoping when I'm out driving around, and that's another thing too, my yard signs are a little bit different too. So I'm gonna try to keep my logo the same, where I look like the same company and not two or three different companies. And I want them to get used to seeing that logo. So that's one thing I want to work on this year. I'm gonna try to stay out of debt as much as possible. If it's something to get, something tears up, I need to go buy something, or I'm expanding, I feel like it'd really pay off, I don't care to go in debt and get it. But if it don't get to that, I want to try to stay out of debt as much as possible. And if I go to buy things, I'm gonna try to pay for it without having to pay payments on it. If I can come up with the money and just go up there and pay for it and be done with it, that's what I'd like to do. And I'm talking more like weed eaters. I'd like to get me a backpack blower this year, stuff like that. Ain't too bad. But as far as big equipment where I come home and have to pay another monthly payment, I'm gonna at least try to stay away from that this year, and just work with what I have. Like I said, unless things start tearing up and I have to go do that, I'll go do that. But But I'm going to try to work on some of the smaller stuff that I need to do, some minor things I need to work on the trucks. And like I said, trying to get my the same logo on everything where I look like one company. So yeah, like I said, that's something, my goal this year that I want to work on. And I appreciate you watching this. I appreciate if you go back and check out some of my other videos and like and subscribe. Thank you.